Hi and welcome back. In this video we're going to create our first website inside of Dreamweaver and see how to add folders and pages and how to keep our material inside of Dreamweaver organized. So first thing I'm actually going to do is minimize Dreamweaver so I can see my desktop here. And we need to create a folder to put our website inside of. You can create this folder on your desktop. You can create it in your My Documents folder, put it wherever you want it. I'm going to work on my desktop. So I'm just going to right click on my desktop here, go to New and Folder. If you're on a Mac, you'll go ahead and create a new folder just by going to the File menu. And I'm going to name this My First Website. You can name your folder whatever you want to call it. And there it is. Now I'm going to go ahead and go back into Dreamweaver, and I'm going to go to the Site menu. You can also go to this menu right here, and you'll see New Site and Manage Sites. And again, New Site and Manage Sites from right here. We're creating a new site. And first thing we're going to do is give the site a name, and again, you can name your site whatever you want. I'm going to call it My First Website. And then you're going to see here it says Local Site Folder. And whenever you hear or read in a tutorial about the root folder or the local folder or the local site folder, this is what it's talking about. That's basically that folder that I created on the desktop. And I'm going to go ahead here and click on this little yellow folder icon. Whenever you see this icon here in an Adobe application, that will bring you into an open dialog box or a choose folder dialog box, and you can see it says choose root folder here, and there's that word root. And I'm going to go to my desktop, and here is My First Website right there. So I'm just going to go ahead and double click on that. It should say select and then the name of the folder that you created. And then you're going to go ahead and click select here at the bottom. Now, there are some other options here for server and version control and some advanced settings options. We're going to talk about those in a later video. So don't worry about those right now. The only thing you need to do is give your site a name and tell it what folder you want to go ahead and place it inside of. And then we're going to go ahead and hit save. And you can see here I'm in my Files panel, and there's the name of my site, and there's my folder. And because that folder is empty, I don't see anything underneath it. Now, you're going to organize all of the different assets for your website into folders in much the same way as you hopefully organize, let's say, your My Documents folder. You need to create folders to keep everything organized in anything but a very, very simple website. And to create folders inside of Dreamweaver, or inside of a Dreamweaver website, all you have to do is right-click and select New Folder. And one folder that every website is going to have inside of it is going to be called Images. And that's where we're going to go ahead and put all the different graphics, photos that we might use with our project. Those will all go into the Images folder. Another folder that every website is going to have is a folder called CSS. And that's going to be where all of our cascading style sheet or all of our CSS files are going to go. And don't worry if you don't know what a CSS file is. Just know that now we have a folder to put our CSS files into. So very easy just by right-clicking and creating to create a folder. You can also create folders inside of folders. For example, if I right-click on Images and select New Folders, I could do Photos here. So now I've got a folder for photos inside of Images, and I could create another folder there and call this Illustrations. So I can create folders inside of folders to organize my content even further. And again, just as organizing the content on your computer is important, organizing the content in your website is going to be incredibly important for you, especially if you're dealing with a larger website and even smaller websites that get updated frequently or changed frequently. It's really